Yeah, all right. Now listen to the deep dive on LRS102.com. My name is Rocko Jerome. Thanks so much. You do not listen to LRS accidentally, and I appreciate that. I like that you are tuning in on purpose to hear what I'm playing, hear what I'm talking about, and I cannot say thank you enough. Today is a very special day. Here in the studio, I have with me the current and the newest LRS102.com champion from Grindhouse Pro Wrestling, Kevo. Kevo, what's happening, man?
Hey, man, you already know what I came to do. I came here to show up, shut it down. How you doing today?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. I'm glad to see you here, and I'm glad that you're the champion because the guy that had the belt before you, I didn't care for that cat too much.
A lot of people don't, but, you got to do what you got to do.
You got to do what you
got to do.
You got to beat the deputy, Tyler Lee deputy. You got to put him down, and that's what you did last month.
It felt so good.
Felt good for you.
It felt so good, yeah.
Man, it's so good to have you here. We're going to talk about a few different things. I've got you for a little while here on the show, and I'm so glad that you stopped by the Rocko Jerome Museum of Popular Culture.
No problem, man. No problem.
Soaking in the atmosphere here, and it's
loving the atmosphere here. Feels good.
Thanks, man.
Feels good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I feel like I can thrive in these conditions.
Yeah, I compared my my fake belts to your real one.
I have the real legit bad boy here, man. Leather and gold is what I'm all about.
Yeah, the real deal grindhouseprowrestling.com champion. We like to call it the LRS102.com championship.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very, very cool. And Kevo, you're one of the very top wrestlers out there at Grindhouse. You're one of the main guys, man. When people say they're going to Grindhouse, they're always like, okay, so who you going to see? Kevo is always near the top of that list. So what I want to talk to you about today is how you got into wrestling. Was it a big thing for you as a kid?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, it's one of those things to where growing up, I was exposed to a lot of things. I went and seen a lot of things, did a lot of things, but for some reason, when I went to professional wrestling, when I went to the shows, it just stuck with me. Can't explain it. It was just the world. It was so fascinating to me. I can't tell you the moment I was, I want to do this or that. It was just something, it was kind of innate in me, and I couldn't escape it mentally. Like, no matter what I was doing, I would always come back to, wrestling. What happened on last night's show, or what's going to happen with this superstar, or, why did this happen? My mind was just always there. I just really couldn't get away from it. And, ever since then, it's been something I've been, no pun intended, thriving in and wanting to succeed in and wanting to be the best in.
Yeah, now you say that because the phrase, the popular phrase, soon to be on bumper stickers, T-shirts, everywhere, is Kevo thrives. That's what Kevo does.
Yes.
And I can imagine you as a young kid seeing wrestling and seeing these cats that are doing their thing in the ring, and what are they doing? They're overcoming obstacles.
Yes.
Right?
Overcoming obstacles.
It's a show unlike any other. It's the purest form of entertainment.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
What were some of your favorites growing up? Who were some of the people that really affected you?
Yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with this question. And there's so many superstars and individuals who I watched that influenced me a lot. I will say early on, I loved watching Sting. Yeah, nice. He was the guy that, when I was going back and forth with the Monday Night Wars, he was the guy who was just like, I'm watching just to see, just to see Sting. He was definitely one of my influences. Of course, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, the Texas Rattlesnake.
The Texas Rattlesnake, one of my influences. And there's something special about, of course, watching these guys on TV. It's a good feeling, but seeing these superstars live, great. There's a whole different atmosphere when you see these, superstars live. The energy is different. And,
astronomical. And it's one of those things where a lot of people who think that they don't like wrestling or they feel like they're too smart for it or whatever they feel about wrestling, if you go to the show,
you have to experience it live.
You're part of that atmosphere.
Yeah, it's different. You can sit at home and watch it all you want, but once you go and see it live,
so
experience.
That's a great segment to end on with this particular part of the show, because we get to tell people to come out to Grindhouse. Typically, when is it, Kevo?
We run every once a month.
Yeah, once a month.
Our next show will be January 28th.
Very good. And it's, if you're listening to this some other time, typically it's the last Sunday of the month.
Typically,
right?
it's the last Sunday.
Right. What's the website for Grindhouse? Do you know?
Yeah, www. I'm the .com champion, so I should know this. Come on, www.grindhouseprowrestling.com.
Right on. So check that out. And if you haven't been to Grindhouse and you love wrestling, you should come. If you don't think you love wrestling, you should still come because I think you're going to love it. We're going to play a few more tunes. We're going to go back to here in the studio with Kevo.
Let's go. Let's get to it.
Let's do it.
Ready.